How's it going, guys, and welcome to a mod showcase review on the Tokyo Ghoul mod. Now, I do want to stress this is not the mod I used for my Tokyo Ghoul roleplay. Now, the Kogane you see on my back is not part of the mod review. I do want to stress this. This mod in particular does not have any Kogane-based mod features to it. And there is another mod review which I can do for Tokyo Ghoul, which actually has some of the Koganes from the anime. Something else I can do. But this one in particular, which I have on me at the moment, is part of my own Kogane. It's part of my own mod, which has got several different Kaganes in it. This is an old version, so there's not much in it. But this is my mod. This is the mod that I have for my roleplays. So do not ask for this one, because this is not the one you're going to get. I do want to stress this right now for you. This is mine. This is private. It is not public. Therefore, you will not be able to have access to this mod. However, there is this mod here, which is a Tokyo Ghoul mod, which is it. Unfortunately, it's in Spanish, so a lot of it, obviously, you don't understand it. I've done a bit of translating as best I can for signs and stuff as I go through the review, so I can tell you what each thing is, what it means, blah de blah de blah. This is the mod which I'm going to be doing a review for. There are more items, but they aren't in the actual thing. They're all in here. So let's have a breakdown. I put on my mod as, aesthetics, just so you can see it. However, you can't see it when I'm in this mode anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'm here in my mod showcase workshop, and I've set all this up myself. It's all been built by myself, and there's 2 floors and there's an arena, and I can show you some of the mods features. So the mobs which have been added, some of the items. I can show you all of that good stuff out in the back. So start things off. It is Tokyo Ghoul, so we do have the coffee cup, which is a very simple crafting recipe. It doesn't do much on its own. It's a component for another crafting recipe, so all that takes is 3 quartz in this formation, which I can show you really quickly. 1, 2, 3 in that formation, and it gives you the coffee cup, which is really nice. So we've got the coffee cup now. Now we can craft that into actual coffee. So that requires some sugar and some cocoa beans. Apparently sugar doesn't work. Let me grab some sugar. And I can show you that it does in fact work. So this will give us actual, like a cup of coffee, like it's filled. So if I just show you, there we go. That makes it a cup of coffee, and that you can drink. You can consume that when you're in normal survival, which is really, really nice. It's an extra food item, I guess, which you can be drinking or eating. I don't know. You don't drink in Minecraft, really, do you? Unless there's plugins and stuff. Next, moving on. This is actually it says organ de Ghoul, which is organ of a ghoul. So we've got these. If you put them in a 9x9, you can get the reinforced organ of a ghoul. And these are all little bits and components which you can get for killing the ghouls and stuff, which I will show you further down the line. But this is what is used between the normal ghoul organ. So we've got we've got the normal ghoul, so the ghoul organ. We've got the reinforced ghoul organ, and then that can be crafted in this shape here. And this can create the Kagaju. Kagaju? I don't know exactly how you pronounce it. But the Kagaju is the 3rd material in this set. And that is how you craft it. I can show you really quickly that these all do work. So, like I said, that crafts the reinforced. And then I can get rid of these. And then in a plus shape, and that does in fact give us the organ of the Kagaju, which is really, really nice. So there are your 3 base materials here, which you use in all of the crafting recipes. We do have explosive crystals, which is used in one of the weapons. It's used as ammunition. I will explain that when we get there. But that is simply ghoul organ and some gunpowder, and it gives you this crystal explosive. or explosive crystals, as it translates. There's also a new food item, which is the hamburger. Pretty simple crafting recipe, and you can eat it and consume it. And I'm pretty sure it restores quite a few hearts. I don't actually know how many, but I know it's quite a few. So I would do a quick tester, but I would have to run down my hunger. Let me go into game mode survival. Let me just run around a little bit. I can pull this one off the wall. Let's just run around. Let's do a workout. Jog up and down. And we'll see how many this in fact does run down. Now we are in an older version. We're in 1.7.10. So food hunger doesn't go down as quickly as it does in the newer like 1.11, 1.12 versions. So I'll run around for a second and we'll see how many hearts this in fact does recover. Okay, so I sped up the process using some rotten flesh. Did take me down to 3 hunger. So let's have a see. So we're at 3 at the moment. This takes us up to full. So that definitely does... How many are we on? We're on 3, weren't we? Definitely does 7 then, which is great. Definitely does 7. Maybe it does 8 or 9. Maybe it just fills you fully. That's a great food item, so that's amazing, amazing. Definitely we can keep hold of some of that. Let's quickly go into creative mode again. Okay, so using some of the Kakaju, we can use this to create some weapons. And in particular, we can make some vanilla weapons. So we've got the pickaxe, which can be crafted in this farm. We've got 2 pieces of iron and some of the Kakaju organ. Same again, 3 pieces and 2 pieces, but obviously in the shape of a vanilla pickaxe. Sorry, a vanilla axe. And that works both ways. So if you did it over this side, it would also work too. And if we keep going down, we've also got a spade. So we can make that, or a shovel. Spade, shovel, same thing. And these all do a little bit more damage. So this has got 6. Axe does 9, and a pickaxe does 7. That's really cool. So some vanilla items if you wanted to get those going. Now we'll move into actual fighting weaponry. So we've got Shinohara's. He is one of the CCG. These are all CCG members, so I won't name all of them. You'll be able to see the sign. If you don't know which character it belongs to, then you're more than welcome to go and Google that character, and it will show you who that character is. There are 1 or 2 names in this that spoil post-anime. So if you're an anime-only viewer, I would suggest maybe staying away from some of checking the names, only because there are 1 or 2 spoilers, which I didn't know about until I actually was Googling names to see who and who was. So, we've got Shinohara's here, which is really, really cool. It's got a very nice design. Some of these designs are supposed to be 3D. So, I think there's a mod, a newer version of the mod, which I will look for. And it's got a lot of 3D models in it. So that's really, really cool. So we've got Shinohara's. This is created using the Ghoul organ, the standard one. We've got some iron, a stick, obviously for the end, and then in the middle here, it's the Quinque briefcase. Now you get this from defeating Amon or Mado. Mado? One of the 2, whatever his name is. But yes, you get it for killing either one of those. You do get a special one from Mado anyway, which is a lot better. But if you kill Amon, this is what he drops. So you get this briefcase, and you can craft all of these other CCG Quinques. So if we move around here, we've got Mado's daughter, and she has the whip, which this is. It looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. If it could actually have like a whip, maybe a sound effect or something, or I don't know. I don't know the extents of Minecraft mods or what you can do with them. But you just imagine. It'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it's the same again. We got every single one includes the briefcase in the middle, so you will have to kill Amon a few times. We've got the regular ghoul organ, piece of iron, and a stick. Pretty much the standard crafting recipe, this. these items anyway. Next, we've got Amon's. He's got 3 different weapons here. The first is his, like, club. It's very, very beefy, not gonna lie. These generally have 8 attack damage. Shinohara's has more, obviously, because he's one of the leaders of the CCG. And again, same crafting recipes using the same materials. We've got a stick, we've got the briefcase in the center, we've got the ghoul in the top corner, and then for this, obviously, you can just see some of the crafting recipes are very, very simple. They're just a different place of the iron. So Amon's first weapon, the iron is down here in the bottom. For his second weapon, it actually increased, I think this increases in damage. Yeah, it's a 10 attack damage. So we have the regular ghoul piece, iron, the stick, you name it. There's regular stuff, and we've got a reinforced organ in here too. So that's pretty cool. I do apologize. I'm actually going to turn off sounds for the moment because there are slimes spawning outside. But yes, I'm on second Quinque. It's like a blackout version of this, which is very, very nice. So that does a 10 attack damage. And then we've got his third weapon over here. Oh, that's not what I want to do. And this is a little bit more... It's got more of a sword-like angle to it, and then it's got like a bigger holst at the bottom. So this does 12 attack damage. So it goes from 8 to 10 to 12. Same crafting recipe, pretty much. We've got the stick in the bottom corner with the briefcase in the middle, a regular organ, piece of iron, and then we've got some Kagaju organ, which obviously makes it... That's the idea. It's supposed to increase the damage output, which is really, really nice. So this is how you craft Amon's third weapon. Now, let's do this one. So this is probably the best Quinque in the mod. It does 29 attack damage. Now this guy is, if you've seen the anime, at the end of season 2, when the CCG member that is revealed to us, this is his Quinque. Now, you won't have seen this in the anime because I don't think you get to see it. It's been a while since I actually sat and watched Tokyo Ghoul. But it requires a diamond block, the Kagaju organ. Obviously, this is why it does so much damage. And then here in the center, this is his briefcase. Now, you actually have to kill... I think you have to kill him or Mado to actually obtain this. So this is I won't say a late game, but a later game item for you, and it does 29 attack damage. And you can, in fact, I'm pretty sure, if I just double check, you can enchant these. Yes, you can. So say for on Breaking 3, you can actually enchant these. Pretty naff enchant, not gonna lie. Let's try again. Let's see. Yep. Oh, there you go. Smite. So it does act like a regular sword. So this is probably your best weapon to obtain. Next, we've got another weapon over here. Again, you can see the names in the top corner if you want to check out who these belong to in particular. Again, same crafting recipe. We've got a stick. Instead, it's over in this corner because of the shape of this. This does 10 attack damage. So we've got the regular materials, the ghoul organs, the reinforced, the iron, and the stick with the briefcase in the center. That is mostly where it belongs, in the center for all of these crafting recipes. We've got another one here, which is a very nice looking one. It's like a diamond colored sword. And this does, again, a 10 attack damage. We've got the stick, the reinforced, the regular ghoul, a little bit less. You know, they all require the same resources pretty much. As you can see, these two are identical resources, just a different configuration of the crafting recipe. And then we've got another weapon here. I'm going to advise you, if you don't want any spoilers for the third season, do not look up this name. If you do, then you do, but you've been warned. But yes, this is another Quinque, which is very, very nice. And this, again, has 13 attack damage. It's a little bit stronger. Very suiting to the character it belongs to. And again, this is exactly the same crafting materials, except instead of an iron ingot, it's the same crafting recipe as this, except instead of an iron ingot, it is a redstone block. Interesting item. Wonder how it's going to play out. I've not seen it in the anime, obviously, because it's season 3. But anyways, we've got Juzuo's. And his is 2 sticks. It is a bit of a longer weapon. It's got the crafting recipe is different for this one. The actual briefcase is in the top right corner rather than the center, which is a bit different. Every other crafting recipe has had it in the center, so something a little bit different for his. But yes, we've got the iron ingots, the reinforced, and obviously the regular. And if I just grab this, this does 10 attack damage, and it looks pretty snazzy when you've got hold of it too. And this is one of the more powerful ones too. It's not the most powerful. It doesn't actually have an attack damage on it, but this does explode when you right click. This actually consumes the crystal explosive, which is why it's in the crafting recipe. It's a little bit of a different recipe, but it's got the gold ingots, crystal explosives, some string, reinforced, and the briefcase in the middle. And it actually consumes these crystal explosives, which if you've seen at the beginning, these are created using the regular ghoul organs and a what's it called, gunpowder. That's how you create these crystal explosives. So these do explode. I'm not going to do it right now, but yes, it looks pretty cool. I can't even, yeah, you can't defend or block with these, so yeah, just be careful that one if you do. Now, there is a sword which is obtainable as well. Again, this is something from the anime too. Well, it'll be from the next. Well, it's from the manga. It's not out in the anime yet, but this is a sword. Now, if you do receive this Quinque briefcase, you can in fact get this sword. Now, you can only do this by smelting the actual Quinque suitcase in the furnace. And that will... oh, well, I didn't know it did that. I just destroyed the crafting recipes on the wall, which is a little bit annoying. I didn't know it did that. But anyways, this actually smites. And there you go, you can see. This is an identical sword, and it actually smites when you right-click. Did not know it did that. So that is really cool. Yes, so that is it for the weapons in this mod anyway. Let's just head downstairs. I hope I didn't... Please, I did. Ugh. It destroyed all of my... Right, I will fix this up and I'll be one moment and I'll be back and we can continue onwards. Okay, so we are back and I have fixed up the errors which occurred from the lightning smite. I did not know that weapon smited, so... Yes, anyways, so we're going to be looking at masks here now. So we've got the rabbit mask, which I can equip, and we can have a quick look. They all give different things. So this gives us speed 3. As you can see, I have got Toka's mask on. So this gives you speed 3. You can move around very, very fast, as if Toka would, which kind of makes sense. And that is made through quartz and a ghoul organ. So in this crafting recipe, so like a helmet with the ghoul organ in the middle. We've got Nishiki's mask over here. If I equip this real quickly, you can see I look like a lizard. I look like a lizard. And that is created using an emerald with some cactus green on the outer sides with a ghoul organ in the middle. We've got Tatara's mask, and that does give us fire resistance, I do believe. And it looks pretty cool. Yep, it looks pretty cool. Yes, it does give it fire resistance 4, so that they all give unique passive effects. So this is used with an iron ingot in the center on the top row, and we've got the reinforced on either side as if you were making boots. We've got Neuros Mask. Again, this one just hellishly creepy. This gives you strength 2, which is kind of cool, and that is with a reinforced organ, an emerald, and boot shaped quartz on the outside. We've got Ayato's mask, and again this gives us speed 3 since it's, I believe this is Toka's brother. This is his mask. So that is cool. And that is made using the regular organ in the center with the nether brick on the outer sides. And last mask that we've got is your Morrie's mask. Now this one also gives us strength, but it only gives us strength 1. And we just look like a killer, which is, you know, it makes sense. We've got boot-shaped quartz on the outer sides with the regular ghoul in the center. And we have an emerald on top. So they all require pretty much the same base materials. Now something else is the last one. We've obviously forgot Kaneki's mask. And that's using leather and a regular ghoul organ in the center. Now this gives you night vision. And it looks kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Looks kind of cool. It's very accurate. I mean, the eye patch is obviously a bit higher than your actual eyes would be in Minecraft, but it's very, very good. I do like this one. Accurate representation. Okay, so one other thing from the anime which they do have is the Arata, which is the bodysuit armor made from like it's like a Quinque type material. Well, it's a Quinque, but as body armor. And there are 2 levels. There's level 1 and level 2. The first level is made from Kaguya in the shape as if he was making normal armor. So I can attach this and I will show you. So again, legs, body. There are no helmets to this. And then the boots. And each one, well, I can't. But they all give, so the chestplate gives water breathing. The legs give you speed 2. And the boots give you jump 2. So they all give you a different armor quality. And it looks kind of cool as well. It's got some blue like shines to it. Looks very cool and unique. So if I just get rid of this. And there is a level 2 to this. There's a level 2. So if you create these pieces again, obviously you're going to create these first and then it'll probably wear down. To make the level 2, you have to have a fresh piece. So you've got a piece of each. And they start in the center. So as you can see, I'll show you all 3. This starts in the center. So it's a red color for the second one. So I'll just grab the pieces. Again, they'll all give you the individual qualities. But these are made through the Kaguya again on the outer sides. We've got a diamond in the bottom center. 2 blaze rods either side of the chest piece in the center row. And up top we've got a regular reinforced ghoul organ. Now again, they all give different qualities. So the chest plate gives fire resistance. The legs give you speed 4, so it's an increase. And we've got a jump. It just says jump boost. I presume it's a higher jump boost. But again, the same. The crafting recipe is exactly the same for every single piece, except you substitute the boots out, and the centerpiece is substitute out for the armor, respective to its upgrade. Pretty damn cool. Not going to lie. So that is all of the items that this version of the mod adds. If I just remove all of this now, let's just remove all of these separate pieces of armor, and we'll head out back here. And we'll have a look at some of the mobs which are added. So there are few mobs here. Some of them are passive, some of them are aggressive. So we'll start off looking at this top row. I'll grab them all out. So the first one is Kaneki as a ghoul. Now I'll put them in the side. We might be able to do some battle. Oh, well, that's always great. Let me just check the difficulty works. There we go. Okay, so we've got Kaneki. Kaneki is going to be aggressive. I think they're all aggressive, to be honest. And they all will do battle with you. But yes, we've got Kaneki. I'm actually gonna. I want to spawn it out here, but you can, as you can see, he's got his ghoulish tentacles sticking out the back, which is really cool. He fills the part, that's for sure. As you can see, he's turning around now. Look at all those. They all come out of his back perfectly. So we've got Kaneki as one of the mobs which is added. We have Toka. Again, same dealio. She has her wing. Her Kagane manifests as a wing. And that is what she looks like. Very, very cool. We have here, we've got Nishiki. Again, he just has a tail, which comes out of his. Which is very, very cool. I like how these are really, really well made. It's very similar to how we made ours, I do believe, probably. But yes, we've got Armin, which is one of the bosses. He's one of the CCG bosses. Defeat him and you get the Quinque case, which he has in his hand there. A lot of these will drop the ghoul organs when you defeat them. Again, we've got Yumori here. As Yumori, I think you get the Kagaju meat because obviously he's eaten. The way it works is if ghouls eat ghouls, obviously it's cannibalism and they're eating more of the cells which ghouls create, which makes them mutate and create, different versions of themselves. And this is what Yumori is like, or Jason, whichever you prefer to call him. This one's Eto. Right, Eto's really big, but I was gonna say Eto's really, really big. This is the one-eyed ghoul. I do believe the one-eyed ghoul king, or whatever you want to call them. I do believe that's correct. But she's one of the big chiefs, and yes, it's a very big boss. Not sure how you defeat this. I don't know what scale armor you need to defeat any of these. Normal armor is probably going to work for these guys, but you're probably going to need the bigger, the level 1, level 2 stuff, to take out some of these bigger ones. Depending on what you have as weapons as well, I suppose. Next, we've got Rize. Again, she looks pretty cool. I have used some of these models in my Tokyo Ghoul roleplay. As you can see, Eto was in the introduction. We've got Rize. Not Rise, Rize. And she has her tentacles on as well. Obviously, they're a little bit less chunkier than Kaneki's, but hey-ho. Next, we've got Tsukiyami. Is it Tsukiyami? Who we got? Tsukiyama, sorry. And his is the one that wraps around his arm. Turn and look. There we go. So he gets the little point that comes out of his arm. It wraps round, which is very, very cool. And then we've got Kaneki as a Kagaju. I've mispronounced that a million times over. So this is where he turns into his alternate form, the centipede. Can you step away from the wall a little bit? I should probably just spawn these out in the open, but I didn't want to, have issues with stuff trying to kill me. You're going to be awkward, aren't you? Okay, so I'll spawn him here. So again, he's got his centipede nose. Could you come here? He's got his caterpillar. This is from more, like I said, with Yumori over here, where he's been eating cannibalism. So he mutated. He's got his regular Kagane in the back, and then he's got his caterpillar, his mutations in that backside there. The problem is now I am going to have to kill this thing. And yeah. And I could just show you by killing off one of these. I don't actually know how much health they have. So let's just beat up the Kaneki and the... Oh, you decided to jump in there because you was being defeated. Okay. But as you can see, a diamond sword does absolutely nothing. So if I was to get one of the other weapons... where's the one that does... where is it? This one. This one does 29 damage. 29 damage. There we go. We might be able to kill it a little bit faster. It does take quite a hell of a beating. So you have to be well prepared to take on some of these bigger bosses. Because otherwise you have to, you've got the problems like this. Like, this is the best weapon from the Quinque set. And, it does a lot of damage, but it still takes a long time. But there you go. You get your Kagaju meat. And obviously, you get the experience. Now, if I go and grab some more, there are some more still to come. Let's have a look who these ones are. There are a lot of humans. Who said you? Oh, he's gone. Yeah, there are a lot of humans that can be spawned in as well. So you can have a look at that as well. But I won't show those off right now. So we've got Ayato, which is Toka's brother. He has both his wings, where Toka only has one. But they're, you know, their Koganes are exactly the same. Do the same things. Their unique abilities, like they're speedy and whatnot, but don't have a lot of stamina. We've got Naki. Which one's this guy? Oh, this is the creepy guy. Yeah, this is the creepy guy from the anime, and he's got his on his his is on his arm. You just got to raise off on that side. We've got Hiname. She's got her wings, and well, it's a combination of her mother's and father's Quinque. Not Quinque's. Koganes. She has a combination. So she has both. Very nice. Again, she's not one of the bosses, but again, they're all probably going to take a bit of a beating. We've got Tatara. Again, this is the guy that just walks around. He's got one Kagane tail thing. It's like, I suppose it's a tail. It's like, it looks like a monkey tail, to be honest. We've got Noro. Again, his is very, very similar, except his is a bit more bulkier. And he's also got his creepy mask on, the actual character, which is very, very cool. We've got Mado. Again, defeat him. Yeah, defeat him or Amon. This is his daughter. So yeah, defeat one of the two or Amon as well here. Let me just place down Amon, then we can have a look at him. So defeat one of these three, and you get their suitcases. Defeat that guy over there, and you get his yellow suitcase, which is the better one. But yes, defeat those, and you get those suitcases. That's how you you can create all these other Quinques. And then we got again, defeat this one. So these four, you defeat these, and you get the briefcases. So let me just get rid of these from my inventory. Let me go and grab the last few. There are only a couple left here now. We've got Hide. Very, very good. It's the skins are almost replica to what I've got in the roleplay. But yes, we've got Hide over here. We've got Sasuke. Again, spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, don't recommend looking them up. But yes, he's also got a briefcase, a Quinque case, so you can, you can see that. We've got another CCG member. Again, I didn't realize there were a few more here. Yeah, there's quite a few. And you've got another one. So there's a few CCG members. There was a lot more than I thought there was, to be honest. But yes, we've got a few CCG members. They all drop the cases, and then it's just him, the big bad one, that actually drops the super powered one, which you can create using the 29 damage. But yes, that is every single mob which was added in with the mod. So that is it for today's mod review. If you do want to see any mod battles using this mod, I can definitely arrange that. That is something else I can do. There is another version of the Tokyo Ghoul mod which I can do a review of, which actually adds Koganes. If you want to see that, let me know down below, and also smash that like button. A download link to this actual mod will be in the description as well. I'll also link the video which is used, the site with the video and stuff. It was I think it was Untitled that did the mod review, the original mod review. I do believe it was Untitled. So Oh no, it was Ginger Shadow. Ginger Shadow that did the mod review. So that's very, very cool. So you can go and check that out. But that is going to be it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this mod review. If you do want to see more of these, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you have any recommendations on mods to review, more than welcome to take suggestions. But that is going to be it. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Have a wonderful and safe day. And I will see you guys all for another one very, very soon. Bye for now.